Alright, welcome back guys. My name is LaughNgamez and today I'm going to be doing a Minecraft video. And it's sure been a while since I did one of these, or any video as a matter of fact, but regardless, like usual, I'm working on something that is a custom thing. I made it myself and I'm proud to say that. So, well, this is sort of just a preview of drugs which will be coming to the server, the Minecraft Community Prison. Lots of servers and stuff have done drugs before, but I'm doing them myself with their own unique thing, and I'm gonna preview what they'll be like. So, now, basically, I have created sort of 8 drugs. They're not all really necessarily drugs for sure, just things that would be added in the world sort of drugs. So there's gonna be meth, heroin, cigarettes, cocaine, shrooms, steroids, pills, marijuana, all the stuff, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so now basically each kind of drug is going to be created through a method which I'll maybe show in a later video. I'm just going to be showing like the effects of them right now, just sort of as a preview of what they'll do. So there's going to be multiple classes of drugs, and the effects of drugs will alter depending on amounts and quality and things you take. So basically here is meth. Standard street meth, as standard as meth comes. It's got positive effects. You attack harder, gain resistance to damage, and no hunger during high. And then there's the negative effects: crash after a rush, paranoia, and long-term health issues. Now, the paranoia and long-term health issues aren't in there right now because I'm not necessarily done the whole thing, but I'm getting there. So I'm gonna do some meth and I'll show you what it does. Alright, so it's gonna say you take the hit. I didn't lose my meth because I'm opt, but normally it would take the meth you take, and there we go. Okay, I right clicked on the meth and I have quote unquote done the meth. Now I've gained strength because, well, that's just an effect. Like, absolutely no one would do anything with drugs if they had no positive effects, and believe me, it's hard to find positive effects for drugs to add to drugs in Minecraft and easily display them. So obviously I'm high on meth, so I'm noticing things, I'm punching harder, all that good stuff. But like any drug high, it's eventually going to end. So in about 20 seconds here, my drug high will come to a crashing halt, known as a crash. There you go. So I have done meth. There we go. Throw it away. There's also particles coming out of me sort of to indicate to other people that I'm on meth. There were some. See, they just keep popping out, and then eventually the crash will begin. And it says your rush ends and you're left broken. So I'm incredibly hungry after I've done meth. In fact, I'm probably going to starve to death. Now I've got negative resistance, so I'm sort of weaker, and I'm slow, groggy from the hangover of meth. And that would last for a certain amount of time until you overcame that. Now, on to the next one, which is heroin. Now, before I go on to test any more of these drugs, there's going to be things such as like doing multiple amounts of drugs, and that will affect it, doing multiple kinds of drugs, and then you'll crash at different times. So I'm going to shift, right click, do the heroin, you feel the world slipping away, and then there we go, done with the heroin. The rush sets in, and for a minute here, I will have some speed or whatsoever. So now I guess since we have some time, so I could mine faster, run pretty dang fast because it's speed 3, but similar to meth, I'm going to have a crash. So there's a positive to doing drugs, which was very hard to find, and a negative side to doing drugs. So I can beat up this test dummy I have right here, which is actually my main Minecraft account. So let me just, okay. So I'm just sort of trying to kill time while this happens, and then the crash ends. And similar to the meth, there's a particle that will shoot out that's a different color, sort of to indicate that the person is on meth. Now, these drugs were made for a prison server, so some of them specifically have to do with prison servers, like there'll be contraband and whatnot. Oops, I accidentally cleared my drugs there, but oh well, we'll still get the crash in a second here. Just, let's say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, where's my crash? Give it a second. Anyway, I need some like elevator music or something in here to kill the time. Never mind. Okay, so apparently the crash isn't going to come because I sort of messed it up there, but regardless, you know there'd be a crash similar to the first one. And then there's some simple things like cigarettes that will give negative health effects and just simply create particle effects. Congrats, cough, you begin to feel more you begin to feel more cool as a cloud of smoke surrounds you. Yeah, cigarettes, cool. Kids smoke cigarettes every day. Okay, so then there's the smoke effects from cigarettes. There'll be long-term health issues related if you do a bunch. And then there's cocaine, which obviously had to be sugar just for the effects. So now there's the cocaine. Effects: attack harder, speed boost, haste, no hunger during high, crash after rush, paranoia, chance of stroke and seizure, long-term health issues. So a whole one bulk combo of stuff. Now, similar to the mall, you'll have a rush, you'll have a crash. Oh, did not mean to do that. Ignore that little thing that shot out. Okay, so there we go. That was cocaine. So they're all fairly similar. I mean, drugs get you high. That's generally what they come down to. So let me just cancel that out, and here we are. Now we're on to the magic mushrooms. Is it gonna work? Okay, there we go. No, I downed the mushroom. The effects of the mushroom begin to kick in. Oh, I'm hallucinating from magic mushrooms. Oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? That's the great question of all. Oh, end particles are shooting out of me. I wonder what that's gonna do. Oh my, I just teleported. Would you look at that? So the magic mushrooms are actually going to sort of teleport you around, not necessarily in random spots, but to places you've been before. So it's sort of like time is lapsing in front of you as you're high. Just sort of because, you know, obviously real mushrooms don't do this, or maybe they do. Who knows? You just have to find the right mushrooms. But regardless, no, these are the effects of the mushrooms, and I'm going to turn this off before I throw up. Oh, I'm having trouble turning that off. Okay, so we're going to cancel that. Okay, so now we are on to the steroids. Now this is one of the cooler ones. Now, this is one of the ones that is mostly tied to the prison effects. Okay, so here I am. I take the steroids. That's 10 minutes of steroids. But one of the things that the steroids do is give me a roid rage, which can be described as people lashing out as a side effect of steroids. Oh, look at that. I lashed out and hit LaughNgamez. And let me check how many hearts he has. He, as a matter of fact, lost 3.5 hearts. So it's a powerful punch, in a sense. Now, the thing about that is, this is a prison server, and also LaughNgamez got indicated that I attacked him. And so, if a guard sees me on meth and I'm around the guard, say I might accidentally hit the guard from the effects of the roid rage. And of course, if a guard sees you hit someone, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble, because that's part of the roleplay of the server. Okay, so we're gonna cancel that out, and then here are the pills, painkillers. Now, these ones are another neat one, similar to pain pills. It's hard to come up with a concept for all the drugs that, you know, make you stronger. So I actually have resistance and wither effects. So it's actually harder to see my heart. And I'm also going to be ticking randomly, which is going to make doing certain things harder. So, and then there's going to be the poofs of smoke coming out of me from said drugs. There's the poofs of smoke. So essentially it's harder to see my hearts, and my hearts won't actually go down from the ticking of the wither because there's a regeneration effect to counteract that. So as a matter of fact, you're stronger, your wither, and that'll last for quite a while. Okay, so now we're going to cancel that out because we don't need to see the whole thing. And then last but not least, there is weed, which honestly, absolutely, trying to think of a positive effect that weed does is a pretty dang hard thing to do. So this is literally all it does, you know. Cool, you're high on weed, congrats. Even though that, I mean, I'm sure if I had more things to play with, I could do more effects from smoking weed and things, but really, what else can I really display as an effect? So anyway, that is just the end of my quote-unquote display of drugs, just to show that everyone on the server that when I've said I've been working on them, I've actually been doing things and not just sitting on my ass. even though I mainly did all this in one quick burst of work, and so I'd say I'm probably like 33% done drugs, but I did like 20% of the work in the past day. So realistically, once I get back to it, there will be more work done. Anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. Those of you who aren't on the Minecraft Community Prison, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then the ones that are will be like, oh cool, drugs, yay. And anyway, so I've got a few hurdles to overcome, and once I am done those, then they will be implemented on the server, and you guys could come on the server at mcp-mcs.com and get high. So, see you then, whenever it's done. Thanks for watching.